everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my parents' house. I am here because I had to pick up some stuff and I'm getting my hair done just over here at about in like an hour. So I figured I would just come early, grab some stuff, hang out, you know, hang out on my own because mom and dad are at the cottage right now, but that's why I'm here. Today, at the end of my work day, I ended up going to the library and I picked up a hold, which is in my dreams, I hold a knife, which I didn't even remember that I put on hold, to be honest. And then I talked myself into getting the second Bone Shard Daughter book so that I can read the sequel in a normal time frame so that I remember what happens in the book. As you guys know, I just read the first one and it was fine, but I'm intrigued to see where the magic goes. So hopefully it can only go up from here. But since I'm here, I'm going to read a bit, I think, of In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. This one I don't have the audiobook for, but it's also the only book here besides The Bone Shard Emperor. And I don't really want to start another fantasy because do I have a fantasy on the go? No, but not in the mood. I want to do a little bit of a palate cleanser because all I've been reading is fantasies this year, so that's the idea. But yeah, this is the weekend. I have no plans this weekend. I have plans for tonight with myself on my couch to watch The Legend of Vox Machina, the new episodes, but I'm going to rewatch the first 3 and then the next 3 that were released, and this will be the 3rd time that I've rewatched the first 3 episodes because I watched them when they came out, then I watched the Talkback show, and I want to rewatch them again because I feel like this show is the kind of show that demands to be watched just in one fell swoop. That's what I'm going to do tonight, and I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to order a pizza for myself from somewhere, near me, I guess. I have a really expensive pizza parlor across from me, so maybe there, but there's also a less expensive pizza parlor just down the road from it, so I might do that one instead, because, you know, I might see how that one goes. Because it's like a build your own pizza place, the one that I'm thinking of, not the expensive one, the build your own pizza place, so I think I might do that, and that sounds amazing. A pizza night to myself on my couch, oh, amazing. But I'm also thinking about what to do with my hair today because it needs a haircut badly because it's like the layers are long and it just needs some help. But I've been thinking about bangs and how bad of a decision it would be if I got bangs, but I kind of want to get bangs. So I'm gonna talk to my hairdresser, see what she suggests, because they always know best. They always know best, hairdressers, especially when they kind of know your hair after a while and they know your face shape. And I trust her opinion. So, and I'm just gonna get a trim because I am trying to grow out my hair because I miss being able to do things with my hair, like long braids and like putting it up in a bun without ever having to like pin the back because for some reason my hair is still not long enough for that. Anyways, I'm ranting about my hair and I don't need to be. This weekend, what do I plan on reading? I don't really know. I have my month-long reading vlog going on, so maybe something for that, not really sure. I do really want to read Daughter of the Moon Goddess, but I kind of want to wait for the audiobook to come out on Scribd for me because currently it's on hold. Maybe I can just power through a bunch of library books this week. We're gonna find out what I read because I don't really have anything on the go currently, except for Harrow the Ninth, which I should probably continue and finish because I might even have to restart it because I don't remember how much I read of it. Stick around, my friends, to see how this weekend goes. I am gonna kind of just chill here for another half hour roughly, and then I'm gonna go drive to my hairdresser's place, and then I'll catch up with you guys a little later. I don't know if y'all are ready to see, but I got bangs. They're a little long when they're straight because my hair is not ever straight. So we'll see how they look when they're curly in the morning when I wash my hair. But for now, this is what we got going on. I don't, that looks ridiculous. I don't know how to keep them down because they don't want to sit nicely in a swoop, which is unfortunate anyways. Yes. Bangs! I got bangs. We're gonna see how nicely they curl. Bangs for the first time in my life. I don't know if I'm a bang person. What do you guys think? Right now it looks ridiculous because they're too long. They're too long and they're in my eyes. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. I just ordered my pizza. It should be here at some point. I'm watching it through Skip. And I'm going to put The Legend of Vox Machina on, which is very exciting. And this is gonna be where I am for the rest of my night. When I was at home, I ended up reading how much of my book that I had there. I ended up reading, oh, almost 30 pages. Look at that. Almost 30 pages of In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. And it's fine so far. It's like a college reunion type of situation where someone of the friend group got murdered back when they were in college, and no one really was found out for the crime. There was a guy who was part of the friend group who was the girl's boyfriend. He was accused of the crime, but he was never acquitted. So that's where we're at. And our main character is obsessed with being absolutely perfect. So we're gonna see how I enjoy her, because I mean, good for her, but being perfect is not everything. Like, she's extremely concerned about everybody's perception of her, which we're gonna see how that goes. But anyways, I am excited to watch Legend of Vox Machina all over again. I think I might dive into one of my library books. Let's see. So besides the In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, I have these 5. I renewed these 2, so I might see if I can power through both of them this weekend, because these are really quick reads. They're the sequel, the second and the third to the Spellslinger series by Sebastian de Castell, which I enjoyed it. So I think I might, if I want some quick fantasies, to dive through those. A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe is and this one and Trail of Lightning were recommended to me by Ask Indigo, because I'm trying to do the Indigo reading challenge this year, and one of like the bingo boards is a Ask Indigo recommended book. And so I asked Indigo, I filled out their form, I was like, hey, recommend me a book. And I'm really glad that they recommended me Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Roanhorse, because I've been meaning to read that. And I was really intrigued by the fantasy book that they recommended me as well, so I got both of them. I got both of them from the library, so there's that. And I also have the audiobook for Once and Future Witches, and when I saw it at the library, I figured I might as well grab the physical book to read along with it. So I have so many choices to pick from. I have those, and then I have my secret TBR, and then I have the 2 library books that I bought today, that I picked up today, and then I also have all of these immediate TBR books, those as well. So I'm really gonna read Helm of Midnight at some point, so you know what? This weekend, we're just gonna see what the mood strikes me to read. But for now, it's Legend of Vox Machina time.
Please stop that. I'm trying to concentrate.
Oh, is that what you're doing? I thought you were practicing your resting bitch face.
Good morning, friends. Hi, hello. Welcome to my curly hair. Hold on. Let me turn down this. And it's so loud. All right. Hi. I don't know how I feel about the bangs. You guys tell me. I think it's just because it's so different, and I have never done anything this different with my hair before. Like, ever. Like, the biggest thing that I've ever done with my hair is gone from like long curly hair to short, and then I've stayed short since. But this is also a lot shorter than I thought it was gonna be, and I think it's just because of shrinkage. This is what I look like now. I wanted to pop in because, hi, hello, it's Saturday. I have reading update news stuff. Last night I ended up picking up Shadow Black by Sebastian de Castell, and last night I read to the 130 page mark, I believe, and I'm enjoying it. Like, these books are so easy to read, which is why I picked it up, so that's awesome. But I think I have an inkling to go to a bookstore, which is probably a really stupid idea, because I know, like, I don't need to buy any more books. I don't have anything that's like immediate on my list. I kind of want to just go walk around and enjoy the atmosphere of a bookstore. So I think that's what I'm gonna go do. I gotta pick up the mail because I know I have a package in the mail, and I think I'm gonna go to a bookstore. I really don't know if I'm gonna buy anything, and if I do, what I'm gonna buy, because I don't really have any like immediate books that I wanna buy, because I've been utilizing my library, you know? So we're gonna see what I end up doing. You guys are gonna come with me, and we're gonna go to a bookstore. I haven't been to a bookstore in a little while. I don't know, we're gonna go out because I kind of want to go outside right now, which is the weirdest thing. I never want to go outside, so let's go. Hello friends, it's now a little later and I'm back from the store. I moseyed around there for so long. just not really even knowing what I wanted, if I wanted anything, but I can't not buy anything when I'm in a bookstore. So of course I bought stuff. Bought two things specifically. I bought a little version of The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons because Brightness Katie reads. Katie from here on YouTube. She likes these, I believe, and they've just been kind of in the back of my mind, and I will read anything with dragons, so I got this, which is also anything with dragons is why I got this one too, and that is the Bone Ships by RJ Barker. Now this has been on my radar forever, my guys. And I've just like, every time I see this cover, I'm like, that looks so cool. I believe one of the newer ones is blurbed by Robin Hobb as well. So that just makes me excited. Oh, and it's also blurbed by Tasha Suri. So we know it's gonna be good. And John Quinn, oh my God. Ooh, so good. But yeah, I'm excited to read this, and it also has dragons in it. It literally says, for generations, the fleets of the 100 Isles have built their ships from the bones of ancient dragons to fight an endless war. The dragons disappeared, but the battles for supremacy persisted. Now, the first dragon in centuries has been spotted in far-off waters, and both sides see a chance to shift the balance of power in their favor, because whoever catches it will not win only glory, but the war. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Bone Ships, that sounds so cool. Anything with dragons, y'all know I'm gonna read it. So that was my little haul for today. I am now eating McDonald's because I treated myself to that, and I'm going to continue watching some Vox Machina. I am rewatching the Briarwood arc because of the show, and oh my God, the show, my guys, it's so good. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed. It's so good. It's so good. I'm loving what they're doing with it, and I just, this is one of my favorite arcs from Dungeons and Dragons, so that's why I'm rewatching it, and I'm excited to rewatch and see how it comes through. Anyways, I was also listening to the audiobook for iRobot when I was gone, because iRobot is my friend's book club pick for this month, and so I had started the audiobook yesterday while I was at work because I finished my other audiobook that I was reading. I'm listening to iRobot now. I have no emotional attachment to this book, but I have to read it for book club, so that's what I'm doing. I'm halfway through, and it's interesting. It's interesting to see these people just flailing around with technology that's now becoming too smart for them. So it's interesting, and it's like a short story collection that's all connected in some way. So I think that's why I have no emotional connection to it, because it's all short stories, so you don't really get enough of each person in it, even though like some people are common threads throughout the short. I don't know. That's my day so far. I will update you a little later. I do want to see if I can finish Shadow Black today, because I probably could just like carve out 2.5 hours, 3 hours to finish that, and maybe start something else today. I got a hankering last night to start Master of Jin by P. Djeli Clark, even though this is not on my TBR whatsoever. So maybe that one. We shall see. We shall see how things go. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later. Hello, Francis, though a little later. I wanted to pop in with an update because I really haven't moved. I have finished Shadow Black by Sebastian de Castell, and I liked it well enough. I like the first one better, but they're like not groundbreaking in any way. They're kind of just there. I really want to read that is like delicious and addicting and that I can't put down. I think I'm gonna try a few different reads now. I think I'm gonna try a chapter of a few things just to see what really grabs me. Potentially Ruin of Kings. I'm gonna definitely do Master of Jin, and I think I want to also try the Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I think. Like, that might be what I'm gonna do. What do I got here? I could also do Little Thieves, but I want to read something from my TBR and not necessarily from the library that I have, because I feel like I've been reading so many library books, even though I know I have so many library books, and just like ignoring my actual TBR, because I did the thing that I think everybody does when you get a library card and you're like, oh my God, I can request so many different things, and you do all of that and it comes in all at once. And I'm also gonna grab Malice because I have the audiobook for this, and I've been just thinking about it. I've just been thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I've just been thinking about it. And I'm also gonna grab my mini eggs because I bought myself mini eggs today. That's what you do when you're an adult. You buy yourself Haagen-Dazs dairy-free ice cream, mini eggs, and books. Because what the hell else are you gonna spend your money on? Bills and electricity? Nah. Anyways, friends. Shadow Black was good. It was fine. Like, it was interesting and really quick to read like the other one is. I think that's what I love this series for. Like, it's gonna be probably like a 3.5 star series for me, but it's the kind of series that like I know I can go to when I need something that's like quick, just like we'll read the whole thing in 2 sittings kind of a thing. I have the 3rd one here if I want to read that. I think I might end up just probably bringing it back to the library and eventually requesting it again, because I do have all of these other ones to read from the library too. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just gonna keep Critical Role on in the background because I like listening to it. I will update you a little later with what I decide to read. But yeah, I got 4 options. I might even try Bone Ships. That might be too many options though. But definitely these 4, and we're gonna see what I end up reading. This is what I chose. Hello friends, it is now a little bit later. It's almost midnight, so maybe a lot later. But I'm now officially tucked in bed. And I read 103 pages of the Bone Ships, and I'm very intrigued by it. I have not read Robin Hobb's Ship series. I really want to though. I just have to get through the Farseer to do that because you have to read them in order. But it has the same flavor as that in my head as like the Ship of Magic, that's what they're called, would have. If that met like a dash of the Lies of Locke Lamora, not really, because like the Lies of Locke Lamora has a really great voice to it. This one feels like a rushing river of a fantasy. Like you're not really getting character, like you're getting a lot of characters and you're getting a lot of their motivations, but you're not like sitting in their heads like you are in like a first person narrative or in a lot of epic fantasy that I've been reading right now. It is still like set in their brain. It feels like it's a rushing, like you're just kind of hovering over the whole story and getting it all at once, and you're not really sitting and having time to be with the person or like seeing motivations for stuff right away. I don't know. It gives me the feeling of a Robin Hobb book. So I'm comparing it to the Ship of Magic, even though I've never read the Ship of Magic. So there is that. But I am enjoying it because it also has like, I now think of the main girl, Maze. I now think of her as Avantika from the Mighty Nine's world, the Critical Role Mighty Nine Campaign 2. There's a NPC by the name of Avantika, and she's a pirate, and she reminds me so much of her. So that's fun, and I'm enjoying it. I'm going to keep reading it. I just got to like page 100, and I was like, I need something that moves me, that I want to like be with the characters more. And I realized that just means that I need to read a YA fantasy. And then I remembered that I have Little Thieves on my TBR. Not my immediate TBR, just in general. I have it, and I really, really want to read it. So that's what I'm doing. So I started the audiobook, and I'm already in love. Like the first line. Oh my god, that's beautiful. What? So you just opened it up to this page. It is stunning. Okay. First line, once upon a time on the coldest night of midwinter, in the darkest heart of the forest, death and fortune came to a crossroads. So yeah, that's what I'm reading now. And I'm going to keep reading this weekend. So this is just a weekend of me not knowing what to read. 100 pages into the Bone Ships, and I do plan on continuing it. I just, right now, I really want to be in like a situation where I can really feel the character, you know? Like, there's a difference between reading a fantasy where you are immediately like with the character, you know, and then reading a fantasy where you're just kind of in the world and you're not really, and you're just kind of witnessing a bunch of characters. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but that's how it feels. I want to be with the characters more, so I'm reading Little Thieves. I'm going for a YA that I can just devour, because that's what I want right now. I want to be addicted to a narrative. I don't care if it's actually good or not. I know this is pretty good because like the reviews are great. I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna go to bed. And then tomorrow's already Sunday, so I'll catch up with you then. Sunday, everyone. I've been reading for most of the day. It's just about 2 o'clock and I'm going to go over to my parents' house tonight for dinner. which is exciting because I get to see Bella and I'm gonna give her a big old cuddle. Not a whole lot's going on. I woke up this morning with a hankering to keep reading The Bone Ships, and I'm very glad I did because I'm now on page 286 because the audiobook I can listen to at 3.0 speed and can still comprehend it, which I think is a superpower if I can do that with big fantasy books like this. So I've been listening to that and reading along, and I'm enjoying it so much. I am thinking that I'm going to put this in a series. It's going to be probably the first one in the series of videos that I'm going to be doing this year, or like trying to implement onto my channel this year, and they are going to be like dual reviews. I'm going to do like 2 reviews for a book in a video kind of a thing, kind of like Daniel Green and Murphy Napier does, like with their fantasy channel, because I want to try and like really entrench myself in the fantasy booktube community, because that's what I really love reading. And I feel like I miss doing book reviews, and I miss really just discussing one book thoroughly. I've only really done it like once on my channel with Priory of the Orange Tree, and I think I'm gonna try and implement these on my channel a little more often, which is exciting. I want to see how they do, of course. I want to see how well the views are to see if they're worth even keeping up, but this one for sure is gonna be in that first video. I've been keeping notes on it in the back of the book. That just seems like a good place to put them, but yeah, keeping notes for my review there, and I'm gonna try keep the reviews as spoiler free as possible, which is exciting. But what this has really done, it has inspired a new story idea in me that I really want to like flesh out and work on like right now. So it's like a Bone Ships meets Realm Breaker kind of a thing. So I was just writing down the notes that I had in my head for it. Bone Ships meets Realm Breaker might be a new project that I start working on, because I need to find the joy in writing again. Nothing has really been doing it recently, so we're gonna keep Bone Ships meets Realm Breaker. I need to give it a name, project name, which will come with me actually figuring out what the story is about. We're gonna keep that on the burner, I think. Anyways, I'm going to keep reading this, and we'll see how the day takes me. But yeah, going home for supper. Last night I also got up to the 58 page mark of Little Thieves, and I'm loving this book, so we're gonna keep reading this one as well. I was going to spend today reading this one and like wrapping it up too, but The Bone Ships called my name when I woke up this morning, so that's where we are. But yeah, I will catch up with you a little later, probably with a montage or a little clippage of Bella being cute. So friends, happy Monday. I'm officially popping in to update you on how today's been. I've just been kind of hanging out, not doing a whole lot, doing work of course, but other than that, not a whole lot going on today because, you know, it's Monday and start of another work week. But I did manage to finish 2 books today already because I was just finishing up the remnants of The Bone Ships and the remnants of iRobot as well. But this book was so good. I'm so excited to review it for Friday's video for you guys, so stay tuned for my thoughts on that, non-spoilery of course. Really enjoyed this one, and in a way of like, this is not the typical high fantasy that I like to read because of the narration style. Like, as I explained earlier in this video, it has interesting writing style that feels detached from the character. Like, you're not experiencing it with the characters, you are experiencing it like witnessing the story happen basically. So there's like a little bit of a distance between the characters, but you're still getting good characterization and stuff. But yeah, I'll talk more about this in my video on Friday. But yeah, finished this morning. And then I also finished iRobot, which couldn't care less about iRobot. I'm sorry. I think this is just like, it was really interesting for the first few stories, but then I got really bored of it because I couldn't attach myself to any of the characters. I couldn't tell you what really even happened. I don't know. iRobot. It's a short story collection. It's not the first novel. It's like the 0.5 or 0.1. I think he has it as 0.1 on Goodreads, which is very strange. This is just telling me that I don't like short story collections very much, which is fine because I knew that. I knew that, but there's something so detached for me in short story collections. Like some short stories really knock it out of the park. Like a few of N.K. Jemisin's really did in her How Long Till Black Future Month short story collection, but a lot of them missed the mark for me because it is so difficult to have anybody care about what's going on in a short story because it's so short, right? The medium is just really short. That's it. That's all that I have for thoughts about iRobot. It's just not that great, but it was for book club, so maybe it'll have interesting conversation. I have zero thoughts about it other than I don't like short story collections, and this is just proof. Like, that's the only thought I have for that one, but I'm glad that it's done and off my list. But yes, my friends, that has been my weekend. I guess I'll end this vlog here because what else is there going on? It's just Monday. So what did I read this weekend? That's a good question. What did I read this weekend? Okay, so I read Bone Ships. My memory has been just degrading and degrading. Oh, it was Shadow Black, of course. Okay, guys, my memory is just absolutely terrible. All right, so this weekend I ended up getting my hair done. I like the bangs. I think that is my final verdict. I like them, so we're gonna keep them for a little while. This weekend, what did I read first? I read Shadow Black by Sebastian de Castell. I ended up giving this one like a 3.5 star. It was fine. It was just, like, I liked the first one better, but it was still enjoyable to continue in this world, and I think I will be continuing with this series eventually. I'm not gonna like rush out and read the rest of them, even though I know I have the sequel with me. I don't like all of them. They're just like a fun series to read when I'm feeling the need for a really quick fantasy book because they are very fast to get through and super fast paced. From there, I did like a chapter thing, which I didn't even really explain to you guys how I felt. I was just entranced by how this one started, so the rest of them kind of fell to the wayside. I was also really interested by Malice, so I probably will be picking that one up soon as well. I ended up picking the Bone Ships and reading 100 pages of that on Saturday. Then I ended up picking up Little Thieves by Margaret Owen because I wanted a book that I could just devour and be obsessed with. And I got 60 pages into this one, and I'm going to be continuing this one this week. I'm loving this one so far. And then I finished up the Bone Ships this weekend. And throughout all of that, I was also reading iRobot. This has just been a really, really book-filled weekend, and I'm proud of myself for finishing 2 fantasy books this weekend. We are starting off February strong, my guys. It's strong, and I'm hoping to keep this momentum going. I'm also currently, as I said, filming a my friends pick my TBR video, so I'm going to have that up in March for you guys. So those 6 books will be talked about in that video. Other than that, my guys, comment something down below, chat with me. You guys know I love chatting with you guys in the comments, so please let me know if you've read any of these books or if you have any fun reads on your plate for February. Make sure to like this video if you did, and please subscribe if you haven't yet. Join my little corner of the internet, cause it's pretty cool, and I will catch you guys in another video very, very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.